I have to sit back a lot on these pitches. Go!
Put it on the board, yeah!
Money on the flow. Let's go. What is going on, everybody? Heroes Gaming coming at you guys with a Road to the Show stream breakdown. We're going to be talking about all the important things that they talked about in the stream, all things Road to the Show. I loved everything they talked about. So, don't want to waste your time. As always, let's just get right into the content. So, as you guys know, we will be getting to play high school in this year's game. It is regional based. So let's say you pick Florida as your state, then you'll be representing the East region in the combine. Just like if you pick California, you'll be representing the West. In previous years, you would just pick West, Central, East, or International. So this year, you pick your high school, whatever, and then that determines what region you're from. We will be playing in a high school playoffs, and they'll have a total of 4 high school teams, or at least 4 high school teams you can choose from. They didn't really specify that whether it's 4 high school teams altogether or just 4 you can choose from. I'm thinking it's just 4 teams altogether, and you play 4 games, or you play 3 games. And they will have a total they will have 2 different metal bats in high school and college this year. I say this year like it was last year they had it in the game, but they're gonna have 2 metal bats that you can play with. You're not gonna be able to choose them. They're just gonna cycle through whenever you're playing different games. And they will also have chain link fences that sound really cool. So I am also excited about that. You won't be able to play with the metal bats in the MLB. They're not like skins where you can just choose to play with. They're only tied to high school and college. And then they did mention new home run celebrations, but they only mentioned amateur home run celebrations. So I hope it's not just a high school or college thing. I really hope they added new home run celebrations in the game that we can choose from so we can use in the majors. While you're playing in high school, there will be college and MLB teams scouting you, and you could choose whether to go to college or straight to the MLB and be in the minors. Also, you would probably want to go to college because the better your draft stock is, the better chance you'll be able to get drafted number 1 overall, and the higher you get drafted, the more tokens you'd earn per game. If let's say you were drafted in the first round, you'll have a 2 times multiplier for the amount of games you played. I think that's like just college or maybe high school also. The way they explained the 2 times multiplier for the amount of games played, they didn't really explain that in depth or how that works. But overall, the higher you get drafted, the more tokens you earn per game in the majors. The colleges in the game will be LSU, UCLA, Cal State Fullerton, South Carolina, Vanderbilt, Texas, and TCU. Each college has certain reward packages and perks that come along with signing with them. One college may have a benefit of giving you more tokens and more exposure, while another may give you less tokens but give you a power perk. And then another college may give you less tokens and more exposure. So it all just depends on what fits you the best and what you're looking for. So the tokens will be the new currency in Road to the Show this year. It's how we upgrade our ratings and perks. We can upgrade them individually or in a group. So if you want to do batting, you can do like power contact or vision or something like that, or you can just do them individually. It looked confusing at first, but it looks a lot more easier now when they explained it. So if you want to fully focus on power, You can upgrade your power versus left or right or just left. It's all up to you how you want to upgrade your player. No more caps. It's all up to you. During the game, if you earn 100 XP or whatever they're calling the little green experience that you're earning in the game, once you get up to 100 of those, that will equal to one full token. Speaking of perks, they reworked the perk system this year and I really like it. It may sound a little confusing, but I'll try to explain it the best way I can. They have what they call a trigger timing and effects, and they can each be upgraded up to 4 times. This is something I'll go more in depth with once the game comes out, and I'll make separate videos explaining how it all works. But I think this is the best part, and it's a big W for me when it comes to upgrading your player. The perks are going to be a really fun thing to work around and to play with. No diddy. When it comes to equipment and boosts, this year they would no longer provide direct buffs to the attribute. Rather, they would be an increased percentage for every perk type. A bat will affect, for example, a bat will affect all hitting perks. All hitting perks that we have at a certain percentage. For example, a 3% hitting buff to all hitting perks. So if you get a bat and you get a boost for that bat, it's gonna do an increase to a certain percentage to that hitting perk. That sounds a little bit confusing also, so I really can't wait to get in game and see how that really takes into effect. And a couple of things that I know that they answered a few questions in stream. So I just want to go over some of the things that they said yes and no to, and then some of the things that they haven't mentioned that probably going to have to wait till we go in game to see. So no meta bats available in Diamond Dynasty. Draft Combine is the same as far as activities that you do, batting, throwing, and playing defense. And I noticed that they had the same locker room backgrounds. They look slightly different, probably because, high school, college, or whatever. But they haven't showed, at least I didn't notice, but they haven't showed anything with the majors. No tattoos. And then a thing that they didn't mention is agents. Do we have a better agent? How does the agent system work? I hope it's different, because I don't want to spend years upon years upon years trying to talk to my agent to get a trade or something to happen, because that system is so bad. It is the worst thing ever. It's so bad. It's so frustrating to deal with. And GOAT difficulty will be available in Road to the Show. I am so excited to be able to play on that difficulty. A lot of people on my channel know that I use dynamic difficulty, and so I'm gonna work my way all the way up, at least try my best to work my way all the way up to GOAT difficulty and see how well I can do, or see how much raging I do also. So I should already right now just put in an Amazon order for a new PlayStation controller, because I might need one. I'm just saying. College teams are only available in Road to the Show, so you can only play the college teams in Road to the Show when you're going in the college football, the college baseball playoffs. So can't play them in Diamond Dynasty. Can't use them in Play Now or franchise mode. It's only in Road to the Show. So those are the important things that I've noticed and I've seen in the live stream for the Road to the Show, and I really think it's going to be a lot of fun this year. The only thing I'm concerned about is they talked a lot about stuff before you get drafted and nothing really after you get drafted. So my mindset going into Road to the Show this year is it's a lot of stuff before you get drafted, and then it's a lot of the same after you get drafted. As far as playing all 162 games, no fatigue or stamina system, same agent ignoring you for years, not really having any control over the team, and asking the team to trade for a certain type of player. So I don't know. We'll see how things go. So far, I like what they said when it comes to upgrading your player, the perk system, and everything before you get drafted. But as always, it's always okay. What happens after you get drafted? Is it the same old boring play all 162 games, blah blah blah, nothing changes, and then rinse and repeat? Or is it something a little bit different? The only thing is when they don't mention anything about anything after you get drafted, makes me think that they didn't change anything. Because whenever a gaming company is excited to show you something new, they're gonna show it. They're gonna show it off. Like, hey, look what we did. But when it comes to not changing anything, they don't mention it at all. And in the stream, they didn't mention anything after you get drafted, which makes me think nothing has changed. But we will see. I will be streaming on release night. I cannot wait. We have a few more streams to go that they're going to be talking about. We had Diamond Dynasty and I think Storyline stream. So looking forward to talking about those streams and giving you guys some more videos and insights and information about MLB The Show 25. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good day.